Good evening, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania for the nightcap. Tonight's game between the... Where the heck are they from? I can't even... Oh, Southern Tier. I'm losing my mind. Game 4, folks. Southern Tier Admirals. And your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth game for me. I believe game number 5. One more to come on Cine TV as Nelly's got a game yet, too. Team Nelson. So we are bringing you live action here between the Pens and the Admirals. Yet again, joined in the booth, the Cine Oven by the Commodore.
Thank you, Jeremy. Good to be back, and hope your vocal cords are doing well.
They seem to be holding up so far, as we'll give you the Penguins starting lineups here. In net, number 30, Rylan Calabrese. On defense, 92, Tyler Bolus, and number 10, Rowan Burrows. And up front for the Pens are Braden Pearsall, D'Angelo Flume, and the OG Owen Golnack. Penguins wedging it all the way to the Admirals zone. It's Golnack chasing it down. He's knocked down on the play. I say the same officials just did the 2010 game and got a little bit out of hand. And the thing was, they called the trips. They called a couple plays in front. But there were a couple times where kids got run, and they let those go. So our game earlier this morning got a little physical towards the end. I would expect this one to start that way as we see Golnack kind of tackled in a dangerous spot there. As the Admirals will put it back into the Pen zone, defended well by the Penguins. We up for Brenneman. Stopped at the line. Knocked into the corner where Chappell will get control. Over to Foster. Up off of Carlson. Carlson will swipe it away. He's in. Couldn't quite get the angle. Centers one through. Brenneman will pick it up in the opposite corner. Taken away from him by the Admirals. Wedged up the wall no further than 59 brother Joey Costa. The Franciscan monk. A centering pass from Carlson's taken by the Admirals. They stream right at the Penguin defender who knocks it away. 63 for the Admirals. Kept trying to sneak behind in the earlier game, so we'll see if that's something. He didn't get loose there, but was the player up ice trying to kind of stretch the defense of the Pen.
Yeah, Jeremy, in the third period of that game this morning, the Admirals really came on, played the Penguins even in that period.
As a shot comes in from Carlson, it's kicked away. So a new goaltender for the Admirals, as well as Halliday plays takeaway. Feeds it down low to Carlson. Did he go between the wickets with the stick?
I think so.
Between the leg, but a glove save by the Admirals. Masked, I believe, a young lady in goal for the Admirals in this one. As Bolus weaves through center. Be taken by the Admirals, sent to the F3. That third high forward, Lucas Jones able to pick it off. A shot from the points deflected by Pearsall. Brose' shot off the pad and cleared.
Great D there by the Admirals, picking up the stick of Jones in front, prevented that open net goal.
Here's Halliday with a rifle, gets his own rebound, and fires it between the wickets. Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery fudge nuggets. 4 minutes in, we got a 1-0 lead.
Beautiful play there by number 19, Jimmy Halliday. Comes down the right wing, pulls it back, rips a shot. The first shot, Jeremy, was blocked. He got his own rebound back, and I don't think the goalie even saw it. He ripped it into the open cage. 1-0 Pens.
Penguins win the draw, and we always talk about this important shift after a goal. Penguins leading 1-0 as Pearsall drives in. Knocked away from him just past the reach of the goal scorer, Halliday. It'll be picked up and cleared up and out the center where Foster will get it. Foster with the D-to-D play, reversing the attack angle for the Penguins. They're tied up at center. chopping it into the Admiral zone where Jones uses the body. We see a lot of times there kids just wedge that down the wall. Jones uses the body to protect it, tries to make a play to the middle. Nice job there as they come in on a 2-on-2. Off the stick of a defender to the area behind the net for Halliday to fire another one.
Jimmy looking for number 2 on the day.
It'll be Carlson getting control along the wall. His cross ice feed off the twig of an Admiral. Rimmed around by Southern Tier, crashing down the wall is Track. It'll be Flume picking it up. He'll retreat to center and find Pelly. Pelly going 10-2 on the Mohawks. Something we see the boys work on. Snapping it off to Flume, who goes back to Pelly. Pelly will go to the corner. Knocked down in front of the net was Carlson, or falling down in front. I don't think he was touched. I think he just kind of lost an edge.
Yep.
It'll be Track picking it up at the blue line. Over to Pelly. Pelly's saucy pass just a bit too far in front of Golneck. It'll be the Admirals setting up in their own end as they reverse attack again. Near side, right in front of the sin bin, in front of Mr. Bros, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Track. As Carlson spins one wide of the net. Penguins with the forecheck pressure. Crunching down the boards is Linden Track. It's wedged out the center to be gathered in by Pelly. Pelly off the stick of Costa, picked up by Carlson over to Track. Into the middle for Pelly, it's just behind him, back come the Admirals. We mentioned this Nevinger. He'll gain the Penguin zone again off of a stick, bouncing puck in front, kept out. I believe Calabrese getting a stick on that one. Ultimately cleared to the corner by Pelly. He'll battle for it there. Pearsall with it behind, able to toss it up for Track. Nevinger on the puck for the Admirals, taken away by Pearsall, but taken away from him immediately. The battle heads to the corner, off the side of the cage, back to the point for a shot. That's booted out, comes free, tossing it towards the net to be kicked away by Calabrese.
Here's some of that puck possession we saw in the third period, Jeremy.
Nevinger stopping, starting, trying to get the shot off. It'll be taken away by Joey Costa. Costa goes heavy off the boards, looking for an indirect pass to Brenneman. It's picked off and sent back to the Penguins line. No icing here. Pelly up the half wall past Pearsall to Brenneman. A bouncing puck taken in by Halliday. Halliday to the offensive corner, driving in, centering one. It goes off the skate of Pearsall. Swiped at and cleared to the outside by the Admirals. It'll be Bolus in his own end to Bros. Bros looking for Beasy. It's turned back towards the net of Calabrese, where it'll be picked up by Bolus and carried behind his own net. He leaves it for himself, goes back to get it, and then leaves it for Bros. Halliday twists it center. A pass up for Brenneman. Bounces over the stick. And back come the Southern Tier Admirals. The Admirals suffering their first loss of the season this morning against the Penguins, looking to avenge that here in Game 2. Penguins off to a quick start in this one with a 1-0 lead 4 minutes in.
You have to imagine these undefeated Admirals coming into today are not going to take this lightly here. I think we're going to see their best effort. Would make for a long day for the Admiral boys.
And I think we're seeing some of that. They've got some good puck pressure here in the first period. Penguins still using their game, pressuring the puck, back checking hard, but the Admirals are a very organized team. They space well. They know where each other are going to be. They'll get the puck to them. They move the puck quite well as a clearing attempt by Bros is picked off and wedged back behind. Lofting it high is Chappell. Picked up along the wall by Jones and carried out to center. Joined by Carlson and Halliday. They kind of go in a line. You'd like to see spacing there. A center drive and somebody to the high slot. There they went in a line. It's turned back the other way. Penguins still with that pack pressure, able to free some things up before a shot comes in. And an absolute highway robbery by Calabrese.
Unbelievable. I'm not sure if that was Calabrese. Maybe Foster got a stick on it too. That was incredible save.
Well, either Foster or Calabrese. We're going to give you the replay here. As the puck's behind the Penguins net, I'm going to actually blow this one up. I know you're missing some action, but
absolute robbery, Jeremy. That was a tap-in goal. Unbelievable.
As I have completely lost the replay feed. I did something wrong.
No, that's a first.
That's not true. Jen Evans will chime in on the chat here in a minute and let you know. Uh-oh. We get a whistle and
Not sure what the call of the play was there. Maybe an offsides? I'm not exactly sure.
Penguins will toss it into the Admirals zone, and I am without replay, I believe. I'm going to try something here, folks. Bear with me. Yeah, I did something wrong. Oy boy. So we'll go replayless. As an Admiral player falls to the ice, they work it in behind the Penguins net. I'll work on that a little later. As it'll be Golnak. Now Pelly with speed 1-on-2 as the Penguins change behind the Penguins defenseman. Pulls up, throws a blind pass behind his back, but as I said, we were changing. No one home for that one. Pressure by Carlson. In front by Costa. It's wedged up the wall and brought back in.
This Admiral team is not going away, Jeremy. They are pushing back. A lot of pressure here. And I'd say the shots are probably pretty close at this point.
As Brenneman carries across the face of a defender, it's taken away from him and sent back out up to center. It's Bolus with the puck. Up for Costa. His pass to Carlson connects at the line. It'll be brought back on by Costa, tapped by Brenneman, and there's Bolus to go with an indirect pass that's read well and wedged up by Hookings. Rose back to get it. Dislodges the puck, but it's taken away. Sent all the way out the center for what is an offside play, and that's something the Canadian team's not used to. In Canada, they'd be allowed to dump that puck and clear on the delayed icing. Here today, they're going to have those USA automatic icing.
You can almost see the body language, Jeremy, of the players. When it goes offsides, they're thinking, why'd you blow the whistle? Because that's not what they're accustomed to. Similar to the way our boys feel when they go up to the Great North.
As the Admirals will toss it into the Penguin zone. Popped around for Pearsall. It'll be picked up by Chappell behind the Penguins net. He banks it heavily against the boards for his partner Foster, who finds Pearsall up off the stick of Halliday. Jones follows on with the pressure. It's freed up for Halliday, but whacked all the way down on what should be an icing and in.
A very different feel to this tilt, Jeremy, compared to the game earlier today. These teams clearly still trying to feel each other out, and I really haven't seen the Penguins kind of get to that dominant game where they like to work that puck down low, establish possession, really eat up zone time. We haven't seen that yet. We'll see if, as the game goes on, if the relentless nature of these Penguin players will start to create those chances.
That's what we usually see, and I would expect more of the same. As we also want to mention, you pointed it out, I'll bring it up now. We had a goal of 1,000 subscribers. That, Mr. Pearsall, has been attained. At some point in time between our last game and the start of the 2010s during Team Nelson's game, enough people logged into their Google accounts and hit the subscribe button, to bring us to the 1,000 subscriber plateau. So we want to take a moment to thank all of Swirly Nation for helping us get to 1,000. And in true fashion, when you achieve a goal, you set another. So now it's the quest for 3,000.
I like it.
We're skipping right over 2, heading straight to 3. And we couldn't do it without all of you. So we appreciate you joining us here for what is now the 2010s, the 2011s, both 2011 teams streaming on Cine TV. And we're looking to potentially add more. So
I think there's some folks on the 09s that wouldn't object to that, Jeremy.
Well, and now that we have mobile capabilities,
correct,
that's going to open up that opportunity for us to potentially bring you some 09 games. I know I was watching some of their feed on Facebook earlier today. I didn't catch the final on that one, but I was able to catch some of it from the Motown Invitational in Detroit.
3-1 loss for the Pens, unfortunately, but the boys played well.
And they were playing a team that looked like the Red Wings.
Yep, it was a Toronto team.
Oh, the Toronto Red Wings?
Toronto Titans, I believe.
Titans. As the Penguins control, can they get to their game as Track works it down low for Flume? We see that organization of the Admirals as they've got 2 players in front, clogging up the middle, pressuring the puck and supporting. Carlson sends it backside and just tap it in happy. There's D'Angelo Flume to make it 2-0.
Jeremy, that play covered the entire square footage of the zone. Started in one corner, up to the point, over to the other side, down low behind the goal line. Carlson with a beautiful backdoor feed, feathers it through to D'Angelo. I think every player touched the puck. I think that puck saw every square inch of that zone. What a play by the Penguins.
And there for the backdoor, Tappy's 97, a few days after his birthday, the birthday boy. Delivering cupcakes on Thursday after practice. Big fan, Squish was a big fan of the cupcake. I believe first one in line, he tried to claim they should go in numerical order. D'Angelo first and then by number.
I wonder where Squish gets his love of cupcakes.
Not from me, actually.
Okay.
I'm not a sweets guy. I'll eat 7 T-bone steaks right now and a dozen wings, but Mom, actually, Jennifer, often with the Oreo and cupcake section of the pantry that is also enjoyed by number 1 in black. We will tell you that the Admirals back in their white uniforms for this one with the A on the chest. That Admiral logo you see on your TV screen as you join us on Cine TV. They wear what I believe are now black pants with a blue stripe and a red, white, and blue socks. So like some black and blue is... Please describe that absolute beauty of a goal.
Did you see Jack Carlson with that puck on a string, Jeremy? He toe dragged it right through the Admirals defender, found number 19, Jimmy Halliday, who made no mistake. He ripped it off the far post. That's number 2 today for Jimmy.
And they are shaking, bacon magic, making dirty dangles all over the ice for the Penguins as they jump out to a 3-0 lead. And a goal late in the period, those can be daggers.
Absolutely. The coach does not look like a happy camper down there on their bench.
As Bros gets control, he'll send it across for Carlson. He's spun around at the blue line. The Admirals will get the puck in their own end. Trying to work it out in front as I try to figure out. I'm really bothered by the replay, folks. I'm really terrible at grabbing them, but now that I can't, I've caught every one, and you haven't seen any. As the horn sounds, I'm actually going to take you to intermission to see if I can fool with my computer here. We'll bring you back for second period action shortly.
Well, Jeremy, we come back here for the second period. Coach Hannan had the boys gathered around the bench, going over the strategy here for period number 2. Coach Hannan joined on the bench today by assistant coach Jimmy Halliday. I think Joe Pelly, the other assistant, I think he might be traveling with Landon today. But the Penguins coach is looking to see more of the same here with a 3-goal first period. Looking for more in period number 2.
And in our production truck, we were able to employ the production crew out there. And I believe we've fixed instant replay here for the second period. So you may have seen some wonky stuff on your screen there as we tested a few things out. But we get word that from the producers that we do have instant replay capabilities. I will now forget to grab them all.
Who needs an instant replay, Jeremy, with your descriptive language, right?
It'll be Jones wedging it into the offensive end. Carlson with the pressure, but the Admirals answer by coming back up the ice. They'll have it taken away by Halliday. He finds Carlson weaving into the offensive end, tries to throw the backhand pass all the way across to Halliday. That's read well and returned back out to center by the Admirals. They'll gain the left wing side, bumped off the puck nicely by Lyndon Track. As Calabrese gobbles up the backhander that bounces in, that we get a whistle and a change in lines.
Jeremy, when you look at game number 2 on the day with probably a 4 or 5 hour break, you're always kind of wondering, what do we feed these kids? What should we be doing? Should they be sitting still? Should they be active? What do you typically see works best for your boys?
So quite frankly, they're different, especially having a goalie. So I'll talk a little bit about Cameron because I think it relates to more players. We try to load up on whole grains, rices, lean chickens, vegetables, those kind of things in between the games. We actually got that from Jason Jerome, the strength and conditioning coach here. And then if we're going to go pasta, we go red sauce in order to affect the cortisol levels of the players. So
wow.
A great question that I've actually done some research into. And then we actually have a booklet that Cameron kind of travels with that talks about the nutrient capabilities of different foods. Now, for Squish, it can be a little bit different. That's similar to what we would do on a game where he'll play the second game. Now, in a game where he's already played and likely to be the backup goaltender, we're preparing for the next day at that point in time. So we're looking at the lean proteins, a little less of the carbohydrate load, a little less of the whole grain. Still want those, but now we can institute fruits and stuff and a couple of those different things. So, we're trying to keep healthy as Pelly wipes out there on a little bit of an odd drive. Try to keep it healthy. We avoid grease pretty much at all costs. We're not big fast food people. We will. I say that. You know what I do find to be Chipotle with the lean chickens, the lean even beefs, and the rice vegetable mixes. Squish doesn't love the fish, so Cam will add salmon to his diet. He'll eat that a lot in the evenings after games. Salmon, rice, sweet potatoes, and like asparagus or Brussels. We had the Brussels filet combo last night for dinner prepping for today.
Fantastic.
So, loaded question that I have a lot of answers for. I know this one, the boys a bunch of them gathered together at the Bros residence in between games. As it's just past the reach of Costa. It'll be to the point for Bolus. He'll work it down low to Carlson. His feet in front. Finding Costa, back to the point for the SS Bros. His shot blocked out front, back come the boys in white.
Jeremy, keep an eye on number 90 for the Penguins, Jack Carlson. Always an electric player, but he seems to have a little bit more of an extra gear right now. Some serious acceleration, great vision. You saw it a couple times on that shift. Looks like he's poised for a big game.
He pressures the puck. A bouncing puck avoids the stick of Bros as he defends. Pressured immediately by Brenneman. There's that patented Penguin pressure. The Admirals will come away with it and dump it in behind, but that's one where they weren't able to possess. They'd much rather set that play up. The Penguins pressure dislodge the puck, so they resort to the dump and chase. The dump and chase here working is tied up behind the net is Bolus. There's Carlson battling. He's bumped from behind. Bolus back to his feet, able to get control and find Halliday to Brenneman. Brenneman to the left side. Near side on your TV screen as you join us here on Cine TV. Let's make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We aren't on TikTok because if you've met me You don't want to see me on TikTok. But we do obviously have the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe below and check us on citytv.com where Christmas gifts, buddy.
I've heard they're flying off the shelf, right? A lot of the hats. I think a couple shirts, right?
Shirts, hats, the beanies, the toque, as they'll call it in the Great North. You too can own Cine Nation merch. As Jones,
what a play,
firing one up ice to Halliday, and Halliday doing a great job cutting across that blue line to get control of that puck in front of the defenders, able to use the body to protect and get all the way to the Admiral zone for a shot that come in from Jones.
It was a beautiful play by Halliday, but what you might not have even noticed is the one-touch pass by Lucas Jones coming out of the Penguin zone. He springs Halliday with speed into the neutral zone. Sometimes it's those soft plays that really lead to those high-quality scoring chances. Great play, great vision right there by number 18, Lucas Jones.
And I love the fact he ends up with a scoring chance. So that great pass out of his own end. It does get cycled back out the center where the Penguins regroup, and who's wide open? It's the passer. And that often happens. You know, the attention moves to the kid with the puck, and the guy who made the pass ends up open.
Yep.
Penguins with a 3-0 lead here, 10 minutes to play in the second period. Penguins out to, what's crazy is I thought in the first game the Penguins controlled much more of the early play and couldn't score in the first. You know, got a pair in the second. This one, the Penguins with a pair in the actually 3 in the first, but a much closer game, I feel. That's the way hockey goes sometimes. Bouncing puck at the line, controlled by 91 for the Admirals. Weaving a crisscrossing play, freed up for the one-timer that sent screaming wide of Calabrese.
Every time you see an Admiral play with the puck, he seems to be surrounded by 2 Penguins. They just seem to be swarming.
As it's battled for at the line, it'll come free to Halliday. He'll weave into the backhand, spinning a shot cross crease.
Looking for the hat trick.
Popped forward by Golnak. Carlson after it. It'll be reversed by the Admirals on a cross-ice play. Sent back the other way by the Penguins. It's Golnak up to Carlson. The OG off the glove goes Carlson. Rebound pops free. He'll get to it and find Golnak for a one-timer. He's crunched in front as he let it go.
What a pass by Carlson there in the corner, finding the open man, Owen Golnak.
Tape to tape as Carlson's back on it. This time he finds D'Angelo on a filthy dish.
Another pass by Carlson.
If Scarfo's watching this, he's got to hire Carlson as a server because he's serving up dishes. As it banks past Bolas to be gathered in by Burrows in the Penguins' end. Reversed behind by Bolas. For Bolas. Up for Carlson, who fires it to the middle to Flume. Flume has it knocked away, and the Penguins are in on the forecheck. Golnak, the F1, pressures the puck. Puck comes out to center for big 88 to drive into the Penguin end. A move to the outside, cutting back to the inside, and lasering one over the shoulder of Calabrese.
What a rip there by number 88 for the Admirals. I think when he went outside in, Jeremy, when he cut back to the inside, it looked like he briefly used the defender as a screen. I don't think Calabrese saw it cleanly. I think it snuck by, and boy, what a bar down shot that was.
Calabrese reads it well. He's on top of the crease. Just the top corner's open there, and he found it. So referee picking up some debris from the ice, checking with the benches, trying to find whose it is. It's big number 71, who also, by the way, drove himself to the rink apparently. Look at the size of that guy.
I saw him shaving in the parking lot.
As Bolas gathers the puck, he'll go to Burrows. Far side, his breakout pass is picked off, but Brenneman disrupts everything and sends it back out the center. Tossing it in wide of Calabrese, it'll be to the corner for Bolas. Now Burrows. Burrows battling all the way to the wall for Pearsall to support and get control. Bolas controlling. Oh, skates into some trouble, and back come the Admirals. Off the skate of Bolus. He's right back in the play, able to disrupt, and Pearsall looking for Brenneman. It avoids his stick. It'll be gathered in its center by the Admirals as they tilt the ice a little bit here after the goal.
Yeah, that all-important shift right after a goal here, you're starting to see coming on with some momentum.
It'll be the Admirals getting control. The goal scorer weaving back into the middle before being denied, and the puck lofted out the center by Bolus. Penguins, the period of the long change. Pearsall able to get off, but Bolus and Bros have been on the ice for an extended period of time because the puck's been in the end the whole time.
That's right.
It hasn't been an unnecessary long shift. But the Penguins need Carlson to kind of get this one deep here as he's rejected at the red line. Brenneman will battle, and it's tossed right back in behind the Penguins' defense. You can see Bolus gassed as the Admirals get some fresh bodies on the ice. The Penguins do as well for the forwards, but a backhander sent screaming wide of the cage.
You'd like to see an icing or something here just to get a whistle, right?
I think maybe Rowan Bros heard you as he fires it up the center. Can't get it the whole way down, but the pressure comes from Halliday. It'll be put right back in on what is an offside play.
Some tired bodies, Jeremy, headed back to the bench, but you know what? The Penguins are no worse for wear. Still 3-1, and they're going to get 5 or maybe 4 fresh bodies onto the ice.
As the faceoff will come, I would actually I would be doing the same thing if I were the Admiral coach here. They're calling an intentional offsides, which sends the faceoff all the way to the Admiral zone. And I think you can make the argument like, hey, we're Canadian. That's not intentional for us. That's a dump. Mm-hmm. That's a dump, and our kid just forgetting about the automatic change. But, the Penguins win the draw, but the Admirals will take it right back, and they're into the Penguins' end. A nice drop feed for a shot pass looking backside that just avoids the stick of 63, who we've talked about a number of times here. A crafty forward trying to kind of get free, good at finding some space as the Penguins' Jones will ice this one. We could have used that 2 minutes ago.
Jeremy, I'm going to mention Lucas Jones again. Earlier on that shift when the Admirals were taking the puck into the Penguin zone, you see Lucas Jones back-checking like a maniac. He had his head down, grinding away, catching up, and he forced the Admirals forward to make a quick play with it. So, again, that back pressure, every single player on this Penguins team, top to bottom, plays the game the right way.
Face-off controlled by the Penguins. It's Golnak along the wall. Couldn't quite get out of the zone as it's forced back to the corner. Battled for, and away comes Pearsall. His pass for Flume misses the mark, and the Admirals will toss it right back into the Penguin zone. So the Admirals get a goal, and now they've got some life. We saw this in the last one, too. Penguins got out to a 5-0 lead, but when they got that one, they just came in waves.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes this Penguins team, when the dam breaks, it really doesn't stop. And I thought we were actually on the verge of that here with 3 goals in the first, but the Admirals have pushed back here, Jeremy, with a pretty strong effort here, really controlling the play for the better part of the period there.
As Trackle control to Pelly. Pelly up for Flume. Flume in the left wing side before it's sent back out to center to be carried on. The Admirals scooting in. Number 88 again on the puck. He had a missile. I don't think he was the one who scored that second goal, but that second goal of the first game was nasty. Mm-hmm. It may have been him. It was an absolute missile of a shot, similar to the first goal, or their only goal in this one. Golnak and Pearsall along the wall. It's dislodged and sent all the way down. No icing. Oh, yes, icing. No, yes, no. Yes.
Calabrese thought about it. He came out and looked like he wanted to touch it, but I think the look on the coach's face said, don't touch that puck, Ryland.
Attacking zone draw for the Penguins. Even strength action here for the second weekend in a row from the friendly confines of the Lemieux Center. Practice home of the 5-time, how many time?
5 times, Jeremy.
5-time Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins. as Brenneman keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Back to the point for Bros to dump it in. Carlson chasing after it, supported by Costa. Nice play by the Admirals to bank it off the wall past Brenneman and carry it back out the center. Cutting to the middle with a shot that sticks to the outside by Calabrese. Twisting with it now, Brenneman. Wedged out the center by Costa. Picked up by Carlson and dumped into the right wing corner. Off the stick of Halliday, gathered in there and back in front for Flume. Flume's defended well. The Penguins will control at the line by Chappell, who fires one high. A high fly ball, a high fly puck, I guess, caught by the goaltender.
So, Jeremy, it looks like we have a young lady in the net here for the Admirals. You love to see that. She's had a great game so far. She's been tested and reached up as high as possible there and gloved that one.
I also want to mention we were joined by Callie Martis for the 2010 game on color commentary, a freshman at North Catholic High School here in Cranberry. She does color commentary and is on the production crews for North Catholic's football, volleyball, hockey, soccer, basketball, baseball, and she's doing the 2012 broadcasts for the Pens Elite as well. Her brother Brody, a superstar forward on the 2012 team. So she was nice enough to join us here on Cine TV, picking up the color commentary duties for Colby Armstrong, who had a prior engagement with a league called the National Hockey League. I think it's a new upstart. So he was down doing some work for them. He got that position from his work here on Cine TV, is the rumor on the street. As he's also been asked to be on Spittin' Chicklets podcast, so you'll be able to see him there as well. But Callie Martis doing a phenomenal job jumping into the color commentary seat. She also met with Nick Paris and myself to learn a little bit more about the broadcasting and the production that we do here to get replays and get all those kind of things. And they've got a team around her there at North Catholic, but she did an absolutely amazing job, and we were happy to have her and thanking her for joining us. So, we love all that. Obviously, the Penguins here with a phenomenal girls hockey program. I believe they're out of town this weekend as well, aren't they?
I think they are. They are.
They're bringing home lots and lots of lumber. Lots and lots of medals, lots and lots of banners from the girls program. But Callie Martis jumping on to do that with us as well. We appreciate that. As we bring you 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in period number 2, I'm going to encourage you to stay tuned in the third. Between the second and third, we're going to bring you the player introductions that we didn't get a chance to get to at the pregame.
Jeremy, I heard some of the players did a redo on the player introductions. Is that true?
It is, but those have not been edited yet.
Okay. Stay tuned at some point, huh?
So we'll get working on those here over the next week or so. Next weekend we head to Rochester as a shot comes in from O.G. Owen Golnack on a great move from the wall. A great pass by, I believe, Carlson there.
Once again, another play by Jack Carlson, making things happen. Jeremy, I'd like to give a special shout out to Uncle Dan Engler, wife of the beautiful Stephanie Engler, aunt of BZP, tuning in once again. Want to say hello to him.
We get a whistle. That whistle will also let me, as we do want to let Aunt Haley know. We're thinking of Aunt Haley as she's dealing with a couple things at Butler Hospital right now. According to Dan Foster, everything will be just fine, but she is a super fan of Cine TV and an even better aunt to the Foster gaggle of children, 37 Foster children in the house, and then a great sister as well. So we wish her the best, and we are happy she is joining us here on Cine TV, along with the millions upon millions of Cine TV fans in Swirly Nation.
Pens are on the power play here, Jeremy, as number 88, the goal scorer for the Admirals, goes to the penalty box. I think it was a trip on the play. And something I noticed on number 88 here for the Admirals, he's wearing a C. You see that captain C and a few A's on the Admiral, a handful of the Admiral players. You don't see that a lot, Jeremy, with the youth teams. Are you surprised by that?
It is definitely different. I'd be curious to, kind of know what the strategy is there. Like, is that something the players vote on? I think that could be pretty cool. Is that something coaches assign? Is that the coach's kid? Is that is that something that's rotated? So there's certain responsibilities, and it's a part of the learning process where, hey, you got to learn how to be a captain. And so, I know when we had some mites, I did a couple things when they were, 5 and 6, where, we would assign a captain for a game, and it was primarily to, lead us onto the ice and, and get to do a couple cool things like that, and, maybe lead the team in the team cheer at 6 years old, and, but it kind of rotated around where everybody got a chance. Now, we're dealing with 10-year-old, not 6-year-old, so it depends probably on how it's utilized. If it's a popularity contest or if it's a coach's kid, then, then I maybe I would have passed on it. But, if it's something that's earned and well-deserved, it's also something that can be used in a positive way, I would think.
Great power play here so far for the Penguins, working that puck all around the zone. A lot of great quality scoring chances.
Yeah, I love the passing through the house there, as the Penguins did a great job of spreading things out, working it low to high, getting those passing lanes to come through. We're going to bring you that.
Evans, number 1, Brickwall University.
Rowan Bros, number 10, D-Man Academy.
Linden Track, 11, Bar Down Academy.
Braden Pearson, number 12, Wheeling Academy.
Zach Brenneman, number 17, Boyce Middle School.
Lucas Jones, 18, Checking Academy.
Jimmy Halliday, 19, Little Pens Academy.
Cam Pelly, number 27, from K-12 Online School.
Ryland Calabrese, 30, Shutdown Academy. Owen Golinak, number 53, Bar Down Academy.
All right, we got most of the way through the replays. I'll bring you the rest of them. I think we stopped with the OG there, as it's a longer video given getting through the entire roster. So we'll bring you maybe that at the end of the game. We'll send you off with that one at the end of this one, as we didn't get a chance to do it before either of the games today. But we do want to bring you third period action here from the Lemieux Center in Cranberry Township, as the Penguins have a 3-1 lead in what's been a close back and forth battle with the previously unbeaten Southern Tier Admirals.
Yeah, 3-1 here, Jeremy. No goals for the Penguins there in that second period, and you can see we're getting their best here from the Admirals in the third.
The Admirals tying the third period, I believe, of the last game, and then they get their first period win, and those are the things as a coach you want to build on. Hey, we tied a period, now we won a period, as Calabrese kicks the puck out, shot from the point, sees it cleanly. I love that kick, though. That pushes it past all those guys crashing in for the rebound. Here's Brenneman, forced to the outside.
Thought we might see a call there, Jeremy. Looked like there could have been interference. I know a few of the fans here were looking for it, but the refs say we play on.
As Carlson will get control at the Penguins line. Cotton for Southern Tier wedges it into the Penguin zone. Two Penguins kind of said, you take it, no, you take it, and in comes an Admiral to say, I'll take it. Gentlemen driving to the outside, centering one off with a stick of Cotton, picked up by Carlson.
Number 4 for the Admirals, Parker. Looks like it might be the an older brother, an older sibling of one of the players here.
I'd love to see him and Jones next to each other because Jones, I believe, the tallest of the Penguins. As the puck pops free, he wedges at it once, twice, and it's just past the reach on the second time. I think he caught the face of the goalie with the stick who was down.
Yep.
That's not fun. Mentioned in the last game, we had to buy a new cage, the metal part for Squish, as Track drives the outside.
Here's that back pressure with the Pens.
And we popped up the wall for Carlson, taken away by the Admirals, sent to the middle for Halliday. Halliday to Carlson, they crisscross. Carlson will drag it in, pop it past, try to catch up to it. Nicely read play by 44 in white to send it back to the line, but no further as Pelly keeps it once. Can't quite on the second attempt. Icing will be the infraction, and we'll go back to the Admiral end.
You see on the chat here, Jeremy, Aunt Jill Gleason, wishing D'Angelo a happy birthday, celebrating his birthday goal there. You know, it's funny, her name is Jill Gleason, but for years I've always referred to her as Jill Flume, as we always see her with the Flume clan, but we appreciate her tuning in.
Big Cine TV family there. One of the, I'm sure, thousands of subscribers. I love saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands.
We're only 2,000 away from 3,000 now, Jeremy.
Only two. I think we're over 1,000.
Okay.
So I have to see if I can pull up that exact data for us before we sign off. As the Penguins work it in the Admiral end. Tapped in front by Pearsall, looking for Flume. 1,001.
Well, there we go.
71 in the last 28 days. The Commodore Pearsall, I believe, a big part of that. As Pearsall gets control.
With this type of content, Jeremy, it's only a matter of time.
It's actually crazy when you see the stats that come out. Our average viewer watches for like 20 minutes. The average on YouTube's like 19 seconds or something. You know? And we have hundreds of thousands of minutes watched a month.
Wow.
As the always dangerous Ocho y Ocho with a shot blocked by the USS Bros. Carlson swiping it away, getting it to the birthday boy Flume, who finds Carlson. Carlson weaving through center. He's spun around by Parker as the puck's dislodged to the half wall. The Penguins change behind. Up comes Southern Tier into the Penguins end where Costa takes the puck away. He actually tapped it back to Chappie, who tried to fire it up the ice looking for Carlson. It'll be picked off and kept in by the Admirals.
You're really going to start to see which team has the best conditioning here. Period number 6 on the day. See which team kind of hydrated, took care of their bodies between games here.
As Brenneman scoots free. Firing one down low, that just missed. Carlson's pressure forces the third over. He's got brother Joey in front for a shot that's blocked. Good stick on puck by the defense of the Admirals.
What a pass there by Brenneman. He went down hard behind the net, but was able to get that puck, get control of it, and pass it in front to brother Joey. Great scoring chance.
And an offside play that originated at center ice, so we should have a center ice face-off here.
We talk about brother Joey. I don't know whether we have a report from up in Minnesota, Jeremy, where Abby Costa, sister Abby, is playing. But I know that Joe Costa, Joe Sr., has a long drive home tomorrow.
The land of lakes, Minnesota. I've been there. I've only been there once. It was last year for hockey. Not my hockey. That's the days are long gone. But I'll be headed back again. Beautiful area up there in the summer. In the winter, it's like hell. Mm-hmm. It's awful. They were telling us it's minus 20 degrees the one day last year. I'm like, no, thank you. I like cold, but that's ridiculous.
That's a bit much.
As it's down in the corner, battled for by Halliday. Skipping out is Pearsall with it. He tries to go kind of behind the back for a dish. He'll find Halliday in behind, who Tries to get it to Jones, a good defensive play, but it's the Penguin pressure. Are we starting to see that? I think it's been more and more in these last 3 or 4 minutes of the third, as there's the Pearsall back pressure. I'm gonna guess, you mentioned conditioning. I know Coach Jason Jerome. I can guess which team is well conditioned. They might both be, but I know one of them is. And if they aren't, they will be in about 3 weeks, because Coach Jerome, no joke, in the Penguins training center behind us. We should try to, if the glass won't let us give you a look inside, but maybe we go mobile and we give you a tour of that one of these days, now that we have our thousands of subscribers.
I think the viewers would love that.
As it's knocked off of the stick of Carlson, gathered in by the Admirals, winding and cranking a slap shot that's directed to the outside by Calabrese. Wedged up the wall, but kept in by the Admirals to be gathered by Bros and carried behind the net. He goes indirect off the wall. Owen Golnack with a great stick lift there. Allows the puck all the way to center to Carlson, and it gets wedged into the corner. Golnack on the pressure. Up to Bros at the point. His shot off of a skate. Nice block by Parker. Carlson with it. Reverses up high to Golnack. Golnack to Bros. Bros cross ice to Bolus. Bolus firing one that's kicked away. Flume will get there. Plays it behind to Carlson. Carlson tied up on the play. Can he get free? He won't, but Flume will get the puck. He and Carlson like two gnats.
Couple vintage Penguin shifts here, Jeremy.
As the Admirals will dump and chase. Oh, heavens to Betsy. That has to get called. Wedging the feet out from underneath Rowan Bros.
Scary play there behind the Penguins net. Rowan Bros goes down hard and he's holding his head. Have to hope he's okay.
I mean, the player just came in and wiped the feet out from the Penguins defenseman.
He continues to sit on the bench holding onto his head. We hope to see some sort of indication from the bench that he's okay, but the medical staff is taking a look at him, talking to him. They look like they're trying to get the helmet off, and we'll keep you posted at home.
As the Penguins, Foster gets it up to Brenneman. The Penguins are in. Brenneman, and this is a way to get him back as he fires a backhander just over the cage. Battled for behind the net. Costa pops it forward, picked up by the Admirals and sent back up the wall. Cross ice feed eludes the stick on the breakout. It'll be Chappie gathering it in. Reverses for Foster. Foster to Costa. Costa with the tap pass to Pearsall, and they're in with a 2-on-1. He and Brenneman, who's just robbed.
What a save there, a glove save as the goaltender for the Admirals reaches across, flashes the leather, and is able to break up that backdoor play. I thought Brenneman had one there.
As Costa fires one through that's off the pads and gloved.
And you love to see it. The Admiral players go over and give their goalie a tap. What a glove save there to keep this a 2-goal game. 3-1 Pens here with just under 6 minutes to go in the third.
Bros moving his head over there, looking much better, no longer holding on to his bucket as Jones spins one in front off the goaltender.
Big save there, Jeremy. We'll see what it does to the momentum here.
Parker skates into the back of a teammate as the Admirals regain possession. Jones takes it away, potential 2-on-1. As he looks off one side, fires it, gets to his own rebound, and is able to wedge it underneath the pad.
Jim, you said it yourself. Lucas Jones skating down the right wing boards. He actually looked off the goalie. He looked over to his left, looked like he was going to pass it, and then as he was looking away, almost Patrick Mahomes-esque, rips the puck on net. It finds a way in, and that gives the Penguins a 4-1 lead. What a sneaky play by Jones.
And put some fries on your sandwich. That's a Pittsburgh goal. as it's carried into the offensive zone by Halliday. As the Penguins get in on the attack here in period number 3. You would know that if I updated the scoreboard to indicate both the 4-1 and third period action. Bolus now Halliday. Halliday to Jones. Jones, power move right through a defender. Gets free, wrists another one. Rebound out front. Cleared by the Admirals, but kept by Chappie. Chappie's shot blocked. Back come the Admirals. Up through center into the Penguin zone with the back pressure from Jones.
Jones has been dangerous all over the ice today. You see him on the back. Oh.
This one picked off by the Admirals, wedged in on Calabrese, who kicks it away. This is where the Admirals really kind of came to life in the last game, inside of this 5 minute to play third period. As they battle in the corner. That a big goal by the Penguins. As Halliday gets control, he tries to go across to Jones. It's picked off, but he's right back on it. Halliday with speed, finding Carlson. Over to Jones. Jones will wrist one towards the cage. It's off of a skate. Carlson in on the forecheck. Rimmed around by the Admirals. Back out the center they come. One-on-one move. Foster equal to that. Halliday picks it up, but has it taken back. Now Pearsall through one player. He's got Golnack. He'll find him. The OG in all alone. Chased from behind. Hacked. And they're going to get the call. They almost didn't call it. That has to get called.
You'd almost have to think, right, Jeremy? We talked about it earlier today. Where's the penalty shot on that one? Clearly in behind the defense, getting ready to shoot, and then taken down from behind. Number 71 from the Admirals with the infraction, and the Penguins are going to head to a power play. With Seven Fields Wealth Management power play, Jeremy?
It is. As that one's that one, in my opinion, and the lead ref didn't call it. Like, I mean, he had the puck, he had the step, and he got hacked from behind. Now, that to me is a definition of a penalty shot. At least this trail ref raises the arm and gives the Penguin the man advantage. And he may not have had a visual sight line to see if he had clear path, but the Penguins down low. It's Pearsall wedging one in. Following up on it was Golnack. It doesn't get through. It's back to Pelly at the point. Here's Flume on the half wall, sending it all the way across to the defenseman Track. Track back to Pelly. Pelly looking at Flume. He'll fake one way and go back to his partner Track. Using that deception to create a little bit of space as Track goes over to Flume. A one touch to Pelly. Pelly to Track. Track looking back to Pelly. Pelly will wind, he'll fire, felling the player who blocks it, but the Admirals clear. It's icing. We'll head all the way back to the Admiral zone with 35 left on the man advantage.
You see the Penguins employing what appears to be the umbrella power play. They work that puck up at the top of the zone, trying to find that seam, throwing it in front, trying to get some good looks there. It was just the block, though, by the Admirals player. Great play to get a much-needed clear for the Admirals. And we have new bodies on the ice for both teams.
5 new flightless birds deployed on the man advantage. It's Bolus at the point with Chappell. Down low, Brenneman, Carlson, and Costa. As it's Carlson feeding one in front, just missing the stick of Brenneman. Here's Bolus to it, back to the corner for Brenneman as the Penguins create some more space. A cross-ice feed, shot by Carlson, better save, and it's swiped away by Parker, who won't be icing as it comes in on Calabrese, and the penalty will expire on Southern Tier. Crashing in an Admiral forward, centering a pass, swiped away by Carlson, and he'll carry to center. He's got Brenneman with him. Tap pass over. Looking in the high slot. Off of a skate, but gathered back in by Brenneman. Picked up by the Admirals. Sent to center where Brenneman will get control again. Hair flowing behind as he gains the zone and dumps it in. Inside of 2 minutes to play. Penguins leading 4-1. As it's a flying stick. That's Halliday's. Sends the Admirals the other direction. Back pressure by Jones. twisting out of it. The Admirals down low, give and go as they come in front. Great stick by Calabrese. Up to Jones and the Penguins back in business, attacking zone, centering one. Halliday ripping it at the net. Stick the side, off the side of the net by Jones. Jones looking, trying to go high out to the point for Foster. Bouncing puck will get there. Jones bodied along the wall, but he gains control. Trying to center one before it's iced again, this time by Southern Tier. If it gets there, it will not.
Wow.
Foster will pick it up. That might be it to the advantage of the Penguins here, as we are inside of a minute with Halliday coming back into the Admiral end. To the corner. He'll possess, protecting the puck, supported by Pearsall. In front for Jones, his shot. Parker with stick on puck deflection to the corner. I've been impressed with the big defenseman for Southern Tier, number 4, Parker. We saw him jump into a couple plays there, breaking up the shot by Jones. Here's Chappie. Speaking of jumping into the play, he tries to feed one off. It just goes off the stick. He had Flume, who was coming heavy up the left side. Puck bouncing around. In comes Southern Tier with speed. Shooting one. Glove side. Grabbed, covered, held by Calabrese as the horn sounds. We are back here in the morning, as Boone Jenner has just scored for the Blue Jackets against the Penguins. Back here in the morning, 8 a.m. start against Southern Tier, followed up with the 2010s against the Kitchener Rangers at 9:25. Thank you for joining us. We had the Commodore on color. We had my main man, Bob Chappell, bringing you the camera work, the visual images that you see in your living room, and play-by-play and production by Jeremy Evans. Thank you for joining us here on Cine TV, and thank you for being one of the thousands of subscribers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. We appreciate it. Here are those player introductions that I promised you as we say goodnight from the Lemieux Center.
Squishy Evans, number 1, Brickwall University.
Rowan Bros, number 10, D-Man Academy.
Linden Track, 11, Bar Down Academy.
Braden Pearson, number 12, Wheeling Academy.
Zach Branneman, number 17, Boyce Middle School.
Lucas Jones, 18, Checking Academy.
Jimmy Halliday, 19, Little Pens Academy.
Cam Pelly, number 27, from K-12 online school.
Ryland Calabrese, 30, Shutdown Academy.
Owen Golinak, number 53, Bar Down Academy.
David Chappell, number 57, and I'm from Clap Bomb Academy.
Joey Costa, 59, Eden Hall Academy.
Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School.
Jack Carlson, 90, Back Check Your Butt Off Academy.
Tyler Willis, number 92, Hit Academy.
D'Angelo Flume, 97, Top Shelf Academy.